It's your favorite super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor, people's supervisor. Yes, yes, yes. I'm still gonna coin my name.
PM Friday, Tiffany Henyard, the former Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor, walked into circuit court.
Tiffany, do you have any thoughts about being in court today, being ordered to come to court?
We don't have any comment right now.
Love on those that loving on you back, and pay attention to the people in your camp. Because I had a ton of Judases in my camp. I kid you not, a ton of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm sure you remember this person's face.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Getting up at press conference, talking about nothing. Learn the laws. I tell y'all that all the time. Learn from me. But because I'm younger than all y'all think y'all can't learn from me, huh?
We've talked about the ex-super mayor Tiffany Henyard on this channel extensively. And when you think the saga is over, she just continues to pull more plot twists, basically straight out of the corruption cinematic universe. And this time she walked into court, refused to talk, and pleaded the fifth again. Obviously, this wasn't just a one-off. This is what stalling while under the fire looks like. So here it is. Welcome to chapter 97 on how not to be a public servant. So here's the scene. Tiffany Henyard, former mayor of Dalton and obviously part-time township supervisor, got dragged into court yesterday. Why? Because when the watchdogs asked her for public records, like where did the money go, she ghosted them like a bad Tinder date. A public interest group called Edgar County Watchdogs, we've used their website many times talking about some of the things that's been going on with its super mayor for years. They hit the village of Dalton with a lawsuit saying that her administration straight up ignored basic freedom of information requests.
Tiffany Henyard's appearance in court was pretty quick and easy. She was ordered to come to court, I should say, in person after being found in contempt for not following state transparency laws and submitting records during her time in office. Now, as you mentioned, instead of testifying today, her attorney pled the fifth on the former mayor's behalf.
Court documents say Henyard refused to respond to emails from last fall from Dalton Council requesting records in response to the FOIA request.
The watchdogs were looking for something pretty simple, which were some credit card bills.
The FOIAs, which is something extremely important, especially dealing with any type of government, especially local government. You need to be able to request certain things, and they should be able to give those items to you. They can't ignore our FOIA requests. They can't do it. So this group wanted some simple receipts, credit card bills, meeting documents, the usual stuff. But instead of coughing up those documents, Henyard and her team gave the legal equivalent of a new phone, who's this? The judge told Tiffany to show up in person because she was already in contempt for not complying with the state transparency laws. The lawyer basically said that she doesn't remember what document that was. It was so much chaos back then. I mean, a lot of chaos was made by her behavior, obviously. And listen, I'm not a lawyer. I mean, probably at this point, she has some issues and she's gonna probably need to keep quiet. But it'd be nice if she was like truly transparent, because if you truly don't have the documents, why plead a fifth?
During her time as Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor, Brindley advised her to plead the fifth.
I think that's what anybody that's smart and reasonable and has a lawyer is going to do under these circumstances. She's not a public figure anymore. She's not in office, and she has every right to exercise her rights under the Constitution to protect herself.
But we all know what pleading the fifth means. Pleading the fifth is something you do when answering could incriminate you, not when you simply misplace the receipt, not when you're saying that you have no idea what paper you're holding. So if there's nothing there, then what are you trying to protect? I think we kind of know what she's trying to do. I think she's done so much nonsense. There was so much commingling with the funds. She doesn't want to say anything out of pocket because it's going to probably bite her in the ass at the end. So she decides not to speak. But the wild part is, this isn't a murder trial. This is about emails and credit card charges. If you're innocent and if you really don't know, you can say that under oath. But by pleading the fifth, it's like you're saying, I don't know and I'd rather not explain. And that makes people more suspicious, because now we're all asking, what is so bad in those records? Why not just turn them over? Why stall? Why dodge? Why plead? Why hide if it's just a misunderstanding? Oh, because if it's not just a misunderstanding, then it's maybe deliberate. Maybe it's not because she forgot. It's like she remembers exactly what it is, and saying it out loud could open a legal can of worms. It's not chaos that she's avoiding, it's consequences. I mean, think about it. It's just a credit card bill. It's not exactly Area 51. And we could talk about the chaos because indeed it was tons of chaos. Her entire time of office was basically like an episode of Parks and Rec. And if it was written by Quentin Tarantino, she waved the paper around the board meeting saying that some program was canceled, but never shows the actual document. So the court's like, cool, show us the proof. And she's like, Nope. And it gets worse for her because while that hearing was happening, a judge casually brought up another lawsuit. There's so many lawsuits, I can't keep up, to be honest. I mean, you could probably have an entire YouTube channel on all of Tiffany Henyard's lawsuits. In this particular lawsuit, one that lists not just Henyard, but the Village of Dawn and members of the Fire and Police Commissions. And Tiffany, she said she didn't even know about that one. She may not. She has so many lawsuits, she may not remember which one at the particular time is suing her, but that's just how she does things. So now her defense isn't just legal, it's spiritual. She's ghosting accountability on all levels. Let's call it what it is. It's a stall tactic. It's a legal version of pressing pause on a video that you do not want to finish. And with the FBI reportedly looking into her alleged misuse of public funds and retaliating against political opponents, pleading the fifth isn't just a play. It may be the only play left, the only move left with the ex-supermayor. This isn't just someone trying to dodge embarrassment. This is someone who's potentially sitting on a pyramid of bad decisions, hoping that the house of cards don't fall. So what happened after the hearing? Well, that's kind of interesting because it's even more revealing than the courtroom itself. Tiffany Henyard went back on Facebook Live, and it's been a couple of months since she's really been doing this, basically since the election that she lost. And she went on live like she just left a red carpet event, not a court date over public corruption and legal stonewalling. And instead of offering answers, trying to be transparent, explaining what is going on, why you were there in the first place, why you didn't answer that freedom of information request, she gave us a lot of gratitude, God, and goat meat.
Just say thank y'all. Everything was amazing today. I was very successful as always. So I just want to thank y'all and thank God for always, like, you know, keeping my angels around me and keeping me protected at all time and all costs. And don't tell everything that you're doing until the ink dry, okay? Because you got these haters and these people that pray against what you are speaking into existence. But you have to speak things into existence so that it can prevail. So remember that, guys, and just stay positive because life is too short. Love on those that loving on you back and pay attention to the people in your camp because I had a ton of Judases in my camp. I kid you not, a ton of them. And I speak to that a lot. But I just want to say again, thank you so much for loving on me. Till next time, I will be announcing and telling y'all about my book tour so you can go on and do your pre-orders for yours truly, Tiffany Henyard. It's been an uphill battle, but hey, they didn't know I was made for this. They tried and tried and tried, but I still prevail. Because he got like a little goat coming out. You're going to get the goat from Rome real soon. So stay tuned, Mr. Henyard. He likes to stay on that grill. For those that haven't had goat before, it's really good, spicy. That will be coming out as well. But I just wanted to get on here.
She thanked her supporters, talked about being prayed up, teased a book tour, as if the promo cycle for a reality show, not the aftermath of being held in contempt of court. She claimed everything was amazing and called the whole day a success. I don't know what world she's living in. The live was dripping in delusion. And the way she kept talking about her haters, I think no one is really mad that she was the first supermayor. I think a lot of people are just mad about the transparency laws being ignored, like expired coupons. Her whole vibe was like she's just being targeted for her greatness and not for her shady governance, not the way that she handled being the mayor and being the supervisor. A lot of this is her fault. And she talked about her child and talked about her father and obviously all this stuff, talking about her book. Yet she did not drop a single explanation on why she had to plead the fifth or why FOIA requests keep vanishing into the ether. So let's talk about this book because I find it interesting. Keith Freeman said that Tiffany Henyard didn't do emails. So are we going to act like she's actually going to write a book? Okay. What exactly is going to be in this memoir? What part where she allegedly ghosted transparency laws? Will there be a chapter on ignoring public records requests like spam emails? Because if you can't speak in court under oath, then what are you going to spill in a book sold on Amazon? We're supposed to believe that she's suddenly ready to tell a story, not to a judge, not to investigators, and definitely not under the penalty of perjury. So in my opinion, this is not about transparency. This is about PR. This is a calculated move to rewrite the narrative before legal reality comes crashing down. I mean, she needed to tell a story before when she was running for election. Everyone kept waiting for these receipts. She said that she has all this information that's going to show that she's not involved in any of this or she's not as guilty as people may believe. And it never happened. The receipts never came from the podcast or even the YouTube videos or when she goes on Facebook Live. She had tons of opportunities to say something, show something, and it never happened. Is the book going to explain the missing documents, the claims that you retaliated against people that you didn't like, the sweetheart contracts you gave, or is it going to be just another round of they hating me because I was the first with a motivational quote slapped on every page? You can't claim to be silenced while live streaming your every thought, and you can't definitely promise to tell it all in a book while hiding behind a fifth in court. One of those is a performance, and I think we all know which one we're talking about here. So the truth is, this book is probably not going to be about honesty. It's about control. It's an attempt to shape public perception while the legal system still has her under the microscope. Now, of course, if she actually writes a book, of course I'm going to read it. Most of you guys are not going to read it, fine, but I will. I'm sure she's going to get a ghostwriter or something like that, but I will love to read this book. It is definitely going to be on my summer book list. Well, if it comes out this summer. And judging by the lawsuits and investigations and the public outrage, obviously this chapter isn't close to being over. So that live was damage control dressed as motivation. Also, I think she was pretty hyped that she didn't go to jail or anything like that. She was able to walk out. I know a lot of people thought that she was going to jail. So that live was the political version of yelling, "I'm unbothered," while your house is on fire. If Tiffany Henyard had nothing truly to hide, she would just go live with the receipts and not the rehash thank you speeches. This isn't a spiritual attack. This is legal accountability. And no matter how many inspirational quotes or Instagram filters she applies, the subpoenas keep coming. She got permission to submit an affidavit saying that she doesn't have the records. So this is basically a written version of, nah, I don't got it. I don't have it at all. And the judge let her slide for now. The people of Dalton already voted her out. And that's the only accountability that they can control. Everything else, that's on the courts, and the clock is ticking. And let's not forget the issues and the whispers and the rumors about the improper vendor contracts, the sweetheart deals, the connected friends, and the public funds being used irresponsibly. Some of those things are under quiet investigation, and that's not even counting what the FBI might eventually slap her with if they dig deep enough. So obviously this is not just one big lawsuit. It's a collection of them, a series of them. Each of these cases pull back the curtain a little on how deep the mismanagement, the corruption went. And with every new affidavit, subpoena, or leaked email, the picture gets uglier. So we'll see what's going on with that. Are you interested in the Tiffany Henyard, the ex-super mayor book? I am. I will be purchasing it if she ever gets it done. She may not get it done. But what you guys think about this story, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.